Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to this edition of, actually it's a special edition of the Demo Jam this afternoon. And today I'm joined with my fellow MVP, Jeff Grosse. Jeff, you out there?
Hey Joshua, good to be with you today. And today is an awesome day because it's the 10th birthday of the AppExchange. Can you believe it's been 10 years already?
Oh, it's crazy. When I think of 10 years ago, I think about like pretty much the evolution of the Salesforce UI, all of the friends that I've met 10 Dreamforces ago. 10's a big number. It's a decade.
It is, and you know what? I was going back and I was doing a little bit of research about this because I was excited about the 10th anniversary, 10th birthday, and it was amazing to see what the AppExchange looked like 10 years ago. And did you know that they didn't even monetize the AppExchange until a year later? So it just began as a marketplace where people could begin putting things out there. In fact, do you know what little trivia here, Joshua? Do you know what two of the first apps on the Demo Jam today? No. Actually, do you know what two of the first apps were that were on the AppExchange 10 years ago? Bonus points if you can get them.
No idea.
Instranet, which is what became Salesforce Knowledge when they purchased them. In fact, the CEO of that company, Alex Dayon, who became the president of Salesforce today. And one of the other ones, go back, you've got ClickTools, the survey company that's out there. They're part of Calidus now. They were on the AppExchange back then when it was just 70 apps.
Wow, that's
now
amazing.
It's like 2,800.
Yeah, it's just how far it's grown has been absolutely phenomenal. I was on the AppExchange site today, and I was listening to the video that they put together, and it had all of our MVPs that we all know and love, and just the inspiration of what that AppExchange actually does for the community. I mean, it makes everyone's life easier. I mean, it makes everyone's life easier, and then it's also really fun to browse as well.
And you know what? Today is a special day for that. And what I want to tell everybody on the webinar today is the AppExchange is doing something to give back to the community. Today, for its 10th birthday, Salesforce is going to donate $10 to Girls Who Code, the nonprofit that educates and inspires girls and equips high school girls with skills and resources they need to pursue opportunities in computing fields. For every install of AppExchange apps today, Salesforce is going to donate $10 for that. So that's an amazing give back to the community. Up to 3,500 installs, $35,000 to be given to Girls Who Code. So we want to encourage people to go out there today and install some AppExchange apps. Try some out that you've never seen before, and that's a great way to give back to the community. It's really easy for everyone on the call to do today.
Yeah, just one small tip, everyone. If you're installing an app and you're in an enterprise organization, a good best practice would be to install that app inside of your sandbox if you have one available before you do it.
Good point. Good point, Joshua. Yeah, no, sometimes I live on the edge. Sometimes I just do things that IT wouldn't be so happy with, but I get your point. And you know what else? There's also a contest going on today. Show us your 10. You guys get a chance to tweet out, show us 10 of your whatevers. It could be 10 Dreamforce badges. It could be 10 books about Salesforce. It could be all kinds of different things, and we want to see that out on Twitter today. So check out App Demo Jam today. Go to the AppExchange and check out that contest and put your pictures out there to show us your 10, because today is a big day, the birthday of the AppExchange. So Joshua, let's get into this App Demo Jam. Tell us a little bit more about what's going to happen today.
Sure. Like I said, we've got myself, Joshua Hoskins. I lead product development at Talent Rover. I used to actually work with Jeff, but Jeff also joins me with Amanda Nelson from Salesforce.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining today.
Great to have you with us.
Thanks, guys, for being with us as well. So today's webinar will be recorded. It will be available on the YouTube channel within 24 hours. Please also follow along with the hashtag AppDemoJam. Also take a look while you're viewing the tweets to hashtag DemoJam at hashtag AppExchange10 for all of the pictures and tweets related to AppExchange turning 10 today. This demo jam also is very interactive, so please feel free to ask questions about any of the apps that you have questions about. Feel free to continue to put those into the GoToWebinar chat on the right-hand side. Today's participants today that are joining us are going to be Click Software, Gainsight, InContact, and SpringCM. And we're really excited to have them. So Jeff, are you ready to rumble?
Well, I am, so let's jump into the rules quick. There's just a few simple rules to how the App Demo Jam works. Number one, every demo is going to be no longer than 3 minutes. There's actually a time limit to this, and there's a reason for that, because we want to see the best of what an app can do in 3 minutes or less. Number two, no slides. It's all 100% live, so we are going to see exactly how that app works without any movies, without any additional stuff. You're showing us the real app. And number three, we're going to get an audience question to be asked after the demo. So we're asking you guys to think about a question that you have for these AppExchange partners. Put that into the GoToWebinar question, and we'll ask that for you after each demo.
All right, Jeff. Thank you so much for that one. So you've got the first one, Jeff.
All right, so here we go. We're going to kick off today with Gainsight. Gainsight is a native customer success solution that sits inside of Salesforce's customer success platform. Their app helps companies manage their post-sales customer activity in 3 ways. They identify customer risks, they expand revenue opportunities, and they optimize customer operations. They do all this by monitoring surveys, usage, sales, support, and financial data, all that's inside of Salesforce, and you can be brought into from any external data source. Gainsight's going to be demonstrating how they helped a customer, Brainshark, I'm familiar with those guys, increase customer retention by 7%, delivering substantial bottom line revenue. So I think we're going to be having a little bit of a theme song here, and we're going to witness the power of Gainsight. So without further ado, I want to hear from Tushar. Tushar, are you out there?
Thanks, Captain. Today we are going to talk about your customers, because making more money from your existing customers is the heart of customer success. We will bring peace and revenue to the galaxy. Our customer Brainshark needed help understanding which customers to reach out as they were scaling their business, so they used Gainsight to prioritize and proactively identify their at-risk accounts. Risks are accounts where there could be a potential negative impact, and by alerting an account manager or a customer success manager, Brainshark can reach out proactively and address the issue before a customer churns or stops using their product. For example, our system proactively sends a risk alert for a drop in usage data like logins, an increase in the support cases, or when an executive sponsor leaves their company. These are all big risks. Brainshark also counts on Gainsight to identify new opportunities. Here, Gainsight is proactively signaling an upsell or expansion. This customer has used 90% of their licenses. It's time for Brainshark to sell this customer a license upgrade. Chewbacca, who is logged into Gainsight, is one of Brainshark's customer success manager who wants to understand why this account's product usage is dropping. Before he reaches out to the customer, he wants to know what else is going on. So by clicking here, he is taken to his customer's 360 page, which aggregates all the customer's data in one view, where he can see product usage data, accounts health score, support data, and survey data. By viewing the customer health score, Chewbacca can see this account was yellow and now is trending to red, and that means risk. We must definitely fight the Death Star. The health score can be subjective, which is based upon the relationship with your account, and or objective, which is based upon product usage or other KPIs. And this measure can be manual or automated by Gainsight. Now that all Brainshark customers are assigned a health score, Brainshark can more accurately measure customer adoption, manage risk, and drive greater revenue from their customer base. So, as you move forward, make your business customer-centric and data-driven with Gainsight. It's your destiny. Thanks, Joshua. Back to you.
How about that? That actually was very cool, and I like the Star Wars reference as well, and I did not know that Chewbacca had the skills to operate Gainsight and or Salesforce. That's actually pretty amazing. So let's see here. You know what? I want to ask a little bit more about how did you get all that data inside of Salesforce where Gainsight can analyze it in that 360 view?
Yeah, so we can actually pull data from all the different sources. It could be using API or all the BI tools or any other support tools that any customers are using. So we can actually pull all those data into Gainsight.
Very cool. Let's see, Amanda, have we got an audience question here?
Let's see here. Yes, we wanted to know what kind of training Chewbacca has had to learn how to do this, and if it is a lengthy training process.
Yeah, so we have something called Customer Success University, which has tons of knowledge articles and a great training program where one could go in and educate themselves.
All right, well done. A good demo, Tushar. We thank you for being here today. And Joshua, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Joshua, have we got you on mute, Mr. Joshua?
Yes, you do.
There we go.
Be with me.
Yes.
Thanks, Jeff. All right. Next up, we have InContact. So InContact is the leading cloud customer interaction platform, 100% focused on helping contact centers achieve their customer experience goals. With the industry's most unified multi-channel cloud platform, InContact is affordable and easy to manage with the fast and flexible implementation. Tom, you're the vice president at InContact. Are you out there?
I'm here.
All right. Well, it's not the first time we've met, Tom. Thanks for coming to the demo jam and showing us a little bit about InContact. I think Cole's going to be showing us some stuff today, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and get him presentation right. And Tom, over to you and Cole. Show us what you got.
All right. We about to show Cole's screen? There we go. Excellent. Well, it's great to be here. I love this 3-minute format. So let's get started. So as Joshua said in his introduction, my name is Tom Milligan. I'm from InContact. And as the leader in cloud-based contact center technology, our multi-channel InContact agent for Salesforce and the underlying platform ensure that our clients provide an amazing customer and employee experience. Built on the Salesforce Open CTI toolkit, InContact Agent for Salesforce works on all Salesforce editions and all clouds, and will soon feature full Lightning compatibility. So let's take a look. The first thing I'll point out is that our native integration provides a single sign-on type experience for your contact center agents. This automatically logs the agent into the contact center when they sign into Salesforce. And of course, once they've logged in, the agent gets to decide where to place the app and how much screen real estate it should consume. The intuitive interface provides the agent with all of the tools they need to see and understand what's happening across the entire contact center, whether there are 5 agents or 500 agents, and regardless of where the agents are, in the office or working from home. To help improve the customer experience, each contact center agent has a custom address book for frequently dialed numbers, which means no more fumbling through printed or online directories. InContact makes it simple for the agent to manage their availability with custom unavailable codes that allow managers to know what's happening across the center. So we can see here that there's one call waiting in queue for this agent's specific skill set. As soon as the agent becomes available, the call is immediately delivered. Notice that the interface changed to present the functions necessary to effectively handle a phone call, such as a hold button, a transfer button, a mute button, and a few other call-specific tools. You may have also noticed at the same time that the InContact interface, you may have noticed at the same time that the InContact interface changed, Salesforce.com also recognized the caller ID, and the caller's Salesforce record populated immediately on the screen. Instead of spending time searching for the caller's record, our agent stays completely focused on the customer experience. This also saves time, which of course saves you money. This particular contact center has chosen to pop the customer's account record to the agent. But in addition to the account, contact centers can specify contact, case, opportunity, or any other object to populate the agent's screen. So this agent can now leverage the full power and tool set of Salesforce, regardless of which cloud they use, as part of the interaction, and is well positioned to provide an amazing customer experience. Once the call is completed, and the customer, of course, is happy, a historical task is automatically created that stores the call center facts that are most important to you about that call as a history item on the customer's account or case. You can see here that those facts may include the handle time, a link to the call record, the name of the skill or the queue, and any additional information. Oh my gosh, I was about to say, hey, our time's up. Back to you, Joshua.
No problem, no problem. Hey, Tom, I'm a big fan of InContact. I've seen you guys around, not only on the AppExchange, but with also a lot of customers that I deal with day in and day out. I mean, call center and computer telephony integration is so important and critical, and it's become today's sort of known fact. I mean, I was just on the phone with, consumer service this morning, and the fact that I entered my credit card number for my profile to pop up, when I got to the agent, they had me repeat the credit card number, and that just gets annoying. So it really is all about the right data at the right time, and helping the customer service agent on the other side really focus on the customer interaction to deliver the best possible customer experience that can possibly be had. Kudos for actually doing the Lightning interface as well, and the auto login is a huge bonus. There are several CTI plugins that don't do that today. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
With that said, let's move on to some questions. Amanda, do we have any questions out there?
All right, let's see here. How do you adjust the size of the real estate?
Of the application. Cole, can you do that for us? Can you show us how that moves up and down there? I have my driver handling the demo.
So looks like Cole took a break.
Yeah, Cole, you're still on there?
There
we go. So can you shrink that down there, Cole, and move it around? And yeah, so the bottom line is the agent has control over the placement, and then we can shrink it down to the so that it's not visible, or so that it only consumes just a small part of the screen real estate. There we go. You can see down at the bottom right there, it says unavailable. That's where it doesn't take up any of the phone, but it still gives you indication as to what's going on, even when you're not on an active phone call.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Tom, for joining us, and definitely voting for you. So everyone, vote for InContact. That's
Joshua,
there you go.
You can't play favorites. Come on, man.
Hey, come on, InContact 2016.
Oh, you're going
slapping
for
my hand right
okay.
now. Slapping my hand.
All right, Joshua. Awesome. Thanks, guys. You know what? We're going to move on to our third competitor today, which is SpringCM. And if you guys aren't familiar with what these guys do, they have to do with contracts, but there's a little bit more something to that. So they deal with all kinds of contracts and other types of documents across desktop, mobile, right inside of Salesforce, and they lead all other contract management applications with the most 5-star reviews on the AppExchange. That is actually huge, because 5-star reviews are hard to come by, but when your customers love you, they're glad to give them out. So they are really stinking easy to use and highly configurable. And you know what? I think when it comes to contracts, they can be certainly very complicated, and so anything that can make it easier is awesome. They go beyond standard contracts and document management, and they go into advanced work. Getting down to the bottom line, it saves you time. So today we've got Greg Adams, who's the Director of Sales Engineering with SpringCM, and he's going to show us just how stinking easy contracts can be. Greg, you out there?
I am. Thanks for the intro there. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off here. As Josh mentioned there, SpringCM, best-in-class contract management tool. What that gives you is tracking for redlining, tracking for visibility of your contract, and tracking of the different versions that go on. So as you manage that customer lifecycle, you've got full visibility into those contracts. I'm going to go ahead and walk through a scenario where we're going to kick off an MSA, and we're going to go through a redlining scenario and editing that contract and making sure that it gets stored as we track that contract through its life cycle. I'm going to go ahead and click the button here to launch into the SpringCM document generation. And pulling in the CLM MSA in this case, we're going to go through and build that contract and kick that into our workflow process for negotiation or review. I'll go ahead and pull information out of Salesforce to merge into my MSA. We'll go ahead and configure some terms here that we need to insert, picking the appropriate governing law for this scenario. We'll go ahead and pick my contact, and we're going to launch that contract into our workflow process, where SpringCM is going to initially send that contract out to the customer review, and we'll track all that activity as SpringCM reviews that contract, and we'll go ahead and negotiate it. As a customer, we'll be able to receive the link into the SpringCM customer review portal, where I can actually go through that redlining process inline in SpringCM, where we'll be able to track all that activity right within Salesforce and track it within SpringCM. I'll be able to see that when that contract does come back into the SpringCM system, and we've uploaded that new version of the contract, that we're going to be able to see the updated version here in my new SpringCM inbox, where I've got visibility into where that contract is and that it's currently assigned to me with those customer reviews. So we'll be able to see the MSA that we've currently negotiated, and we've got visibility into where that contract changed. So we'll be able to see where that customer replied that the contract looks good, as well as the places where that contract changed, and we negotiated in a new governing law. As I go through and review this contract, we'll be able to hit Edit Document here, where I can actually open this contract up in Microsoft Word. We'll be able to make some changes here, negotiating that contract. Opening that contract up in Microsoft Word, we'll be able to see those changes and use my standard track changes functionality that SpringCM offers within Microsoft Word. And we've also got the SpringCM for Office capability, where I can track and make sure that I'm using the best practice terms and conditions for this scenario. So pulling in governing laws, our example here, we can go ahead and search and find the appropriate contract clause that goes into this scenario, so that we're making sure that we're following the best practices within the organization. Going back into Salesforce, as our sales users are tracking that contract process, we're going to make sure that there's pure visibility into every contract step of the way. Along the life cycle of the contract as well, we'll be able to track all those different steps, so that whether I'm in my browser, whether I'm walking around calling on sales customers here, I've got visibility in our Salesforce One app within Salesforce One here called our Track It app. SpringCM is going to provide visibility, and we're going to be able to see who's currently got the contract and where it finally ends up as we go through those reviews. So sounds like my stuff. Thanks everybody, and I'll kick back to you guys.
Right up to the end there, Greg. So I like that. And you know what? It's when I look at the challenges of dealing with redlining documents, and particularly I've done a couple projects around lease management for real estate, and it's really complicated, especially when you get into all kinds of clause libraries and things like that. You guys seem to make it extremely simple, and that ability to synchronize the changes back into Salesforce is brilliant, because that's really hard stuff to track otherwise. So that's very cool. You know, it looks like you guys have got a lot of other strong document capabilities that you have inside of SpringCM. So aside from contract management, what other things can you do to help document-related processes in different businesses? So name some other business processes you guys do a lot.
Yeah, that's a great question. So SpringCM is a kind of a best-of-breed document management system, so we can apply those same core capabilities and some of the things we saw today to other different contract and document-related processes. A great example of that is actually in human resources. We've got a great case study around one of our core customers, Facebook, who's actually using SpringCM to facilitate HR onboarding for new employees that are joining their system, and that ties into Salesforce as well, so deliver a best-of-breed solution to solve that unique problem.
Cool. Yeah, that's, you know, it can be used all over the place, because there are so many different business processes that are hard to track, and unfortunately, you see a lot of those things just living in SharePoint, and you're not taking advantage of tying all of that back into your CRM, and that can really improve business processes tremendously. Awesome job. Hey, Amanda, let's kick it over to you, and I think you got a question from the audience here.
Yeah, I think it was great that we saw it demoed on the phone. The question is, what about an iPad or a laptop or, another device?
Yeah, it's another great question. SpringCM's capabilities integrated into Salesforce One really give you cross-platform capability to track contracts and track documents across iPads, across phones, and really any type of platform. So that functionality is core to the SpringCM offering and integrated into Salesforce. Gives you a great tool for tracking that on the go.
All right. Well, great job, Greg. Thanks for being here today. And you know what this means? It means we are finished with our third demo today, so we are going to jump over into the voting section of this. Now, the reason that we have voting is we want you guys to give us your opinions of what you thought of the demos these guys came up with today. We really are glad to have these three competitors here. We're going to use the GoToMeeting voting capabilities here. Everybody take a minute right now and vote for your favorite demo today. And there's a little bit of something that's going to come afterwards. We're going to show you what the winner will receive. But in the meantime, while you guys are voting, Joshua, let's talk a little bit more about that 10th birthday.
Yeah, what else is there to talk about? I mean, it's number 10. It's a decade. Salesforce is getting old, but you know what? Salesforce and the AppExchange continue to surprise me. I mean, the amount of items that are on there, it's almost like the second Google for Salesforce. I mean, when I am running into coding challenges and things like that, the first thing I do is go to Google, type in the keyword, or paste in the error message and click on and basically type Salesforce and hit enter. And, more times than not, I get the Jeff Douglas blog popping up as number one that gives me my answer. Other times, when everyone's asking me, I need this, I need that, or wouldn't it be cool if we could do this easy? My first go-to is really now the AppExchange, and the filters make it so easy to select and filter the paid apps versus the free apps, and it's a good starting point to find your a solution to your problem.
Yeah, you know what? I was going back, and again, going into this history stuff, I had a chance to be on the Button Click Admin podcast that launched today, and you'll hear a little bit more about that if you guys go out to Button Click Admin podcast with Mike Gerhold, and it was a little bit of a roundtable talking about the history of the AppExchange, and it's amazing to see how it's changed over the years, and going from 70 apps to 2,800, I believe, 2,800 plus right now, it has changed so much. And you know what? When that original term was coined, the iTunes of business software, what's funny about that is iTunes was so different 10 years ago than it is today. The idea was you could go out there and listen to a song before purchasing it. And in that same way, the AppExchange made it so different for customers to be able to go out and try out applications before they actually purchase them, before they install them in production. And so that was a huge, huge shift. Whereas in the olden days when you had on-premise software, it was like, okay, getting a trial copy may be really challenging, and how do I integrate this? And the AppExchange has simplified all of that. Let's talk a little bit more, Joshua, about the Girls Who Code initiative. So we mentioned it at the beginning, and this is your chance for everybody to go out and install some apps from the AppExchange to benefit Girls Who Code. Do you know there's actually some other folks out there that Salesforce wants to thank as well? The generous support that comes from partners like Aptus, Calidus Cloud, CloudCraze, Conga, FairSale, FinancialForce.com, Inside Sales, Sage, Stantive, and Exactly. Those are all AppExchange partners who have partnered with Salesforce to be part of that Girls Who Code initiative. And so we want to thank them publicly for their support of that as well. And Joshua, do you want to tell us a little bit more about the Twitter campaign? We mentioned it earlier, but give us a little more details.
Yeah, absolutely. Twitter is always fun to get a laugh at, but when I opened up my Twitter today on my phone, I saw a stream of all of my people I'm following capturing all these badges, and it didn't really dawn on me until I zoomed into some of the photos, and there were people actually taking pictures that had to do something with 10. So today the AppExchange is promoting the ability for you to go and post you know, 10 conference badges, a picture of you next to your 10-year-old car, and it's just really interesting to see all of the things that people are doing out on Twitter to celebrate the AppExchange's 10th birthday. We even have people playing bingo right now, actually. So go out there, and if you have 10 conference badges sitting in a Dreamforce backpack or one of many Dreamforce backpacks I had to dig them out of, take a picture of your 10 badges and tweet them, and show everyone how much of a geek you are because you go to the best conference once a year.
So Joshua, do you know, if I had my choice right now, I'm actually down in Dallas, Texas at the moment, but if I could be one place and get 10 of something and take a picture of it for the AppExchange, do you know what I would go do? I bet you don't.
No idea.
I would go to Disneyland and I would buy 10 churros and I would enjoy every one of them, and I'd take a picture of me with all of them. If you guys know me at all on Facebook, you'll know that I post pictures of churros because I love those little cinnamony, crunchy things, and Disneyland has the best ones. So, little personal tidbit. But you know what? I see the slide up here right now that's getting towards our winter time, and do you see that big trophy there? That is the trophy that the winner of today's App Demo Jam gets. And so, without further ado, it is time to announce the winner of the January 10th birthday AppExchange Demo Jam is InContact. Congratulations, guys.
Woo!
Woohoo! I wish I had some applause right now.
Happy birthday to the AppExchange.
Exactly.
Congratulations, InContact.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And everybody, you guys did some fantastic demos today, and we really are appreciative of everyone being here on the webinar, joining us for this. And Joshua, tell them a little bit more about how they can join us other times and where they can rewatch this.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can always go to appdemojam.com to be able to check out what's upcoming and also see the latest recordings. This program happens every month on the third Thursday, so feel free to tune in. But if you miss it, just go to appdemojam.com.
That is great.
So I want to thank everyone. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
Nope, you go ahead. I was going to close it out, but you are going to have the floor and finish us out.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for attending today. It's been really wonderful hosting our partners of various areas in the AppExchange. And a big, huge happy birthday to the AppExchange, and we hope to see you next month. Have a great time, everyone.
All right. Happy birthday, AppExchange. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.